It's Tuesday Night Hoops on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Specialty Orthopedic Group. Tonight, the 4-0 Lady Wave play host to the DeSoto Central Jaguars, who enter at 2-4 on the young season inside the Tupelo High School Dome. Joined by Ramon Gary, I'm Dylan Hutton. Thank you for tuning in to our countdown to tip-off. And Ramon, it's a Tupelo team that's coming off a state championship, trying to get there again. They've been to Jackson for back-to-back years now. Would like to go back and try to defend that championship. And so far, it's been as good as advertised for the Lady Wave. 4-0 start, and they're coming off games where they've scored 70 and 81 points in the last two contests.
Yes, definitely good to be back in the Wave Cave, back in the Dome this year. And the girls, hey, they're bringing a lot of firepower back, and they're expecting nothing less than another run for the championship this year.
And with that, we'll go down to the floor for the playing of the national anthem ahead of tonight's matchup in girls varsity hoops. And all set with pregame festivities, getting set to have the starting lineups be announced. And Ramon, we've seen Tupelo play some teams from out of state, right? They've went and played at Florence, got a win there, 56-35, went to Center Hill, of course in Mississippi, won 81-44, and then went to the Biggersville Classic and just straight up dominated that thing, 70-29. That's what we're used to seeing out of this girls team. They really take no prisoners. As we said, they're 4-0 under head coach Matt Justice in his 14th season, and it's been the usual suspects for them. It's been Nadia Norfleet, it's been Jade Rucker, Trinity Judon, Cadence Crump, and Bailey Siddell. This is a team that is loaded. Certainly that's the goal to get back, and that's the expectation.
Yes, definitely reloaded. And what we talked about the offense a little bit, but what I've been really more impressed with is their defense and their ability to defend at all 5 positions and just make it tough for any of their opponents that they play so far.
You see Trinity Judon being announced, and Bailey Siddell. You expect for her to be that Sanila Smith type from last year, one of the players that did graduate, a really good defensive player that can get you some easy hoops in transition.
Yeah, she's just a dog around the ball. She does well tracing the ball and comes up with steals all day and all night. If you make a mistake around her, she'll make you pay for it.
Happy to have Sam Laney producing today's girls varsity matchup. First broadcast for basketball this season on the Golden Wave Sports Network. And again, Dylan Hutton alongside Ramon Gary. Starters for the Lady Wave, it'll be Nadia Norfleet, Jade Rucker, Trinity Judon, Cadence Crump, and Bailey Siddell. For the visiting Jags, Mariah White, Janiyah Fletcher, London Armstrong, Micah Woolery, and Lakeland Knight. Those are the starters for DeSoto Central in the black uniforms with purple trim. For the Lady Wave, it's the classic white on white with Tupelo across the front. And Ramon, last time we broadcast, we were hoisting a state championship in Jackson. It's good to be back another year here on the network.
Definitely good to be back in the building and get basketball started. Super excited about this year.
And we're off with some fireworks here, transition opportunity goes out of bounds, and it'll end up going to DeSoto Central as we're just underway. Game 5 of the season for the Lady Wave, and the 6th, make that the 7th for the Jaguars of DeSoto Central under head coach Gwendolyn Johnson in her 5th season. And on cue, a takeaway for the Lady Wave on possession number 1. See them getting it into the post to Crump. Nadia Norfleet, deep 3, and she hits it. You leave 0 open, she can make you pay.
Yeah, so they're right into the full court press. Already came up with 1 steal so far, almost forced the second one.
Yeah, the points off turnovers, we'll keep an eye on that on this Tuesday night. As November dwindles down, it seems like we've moved through fall and closer to winter very quickly. Tupelo coming out with some pressure and gets another takeaway. Norfleet looking to lead the break. Gets it out to Rucker. Rucker drives back out to the senior Norfleet again. That one offline. Rare miss there, wide open from Norfleet. There's Tupelo defensively controlling things. DeSoto Central has yet to put up a shot. Boys victorious in the early game with a 4-point victory. Drive and a whistle and a foul picked up on Tupelo. They'll get Bailey Siddell, team 1, and her first as we're just getting started. Between Tupelo and
with the quick first step to the goal. She has some speed on her, so they're going to have to watch that tonight.
Can't hit on the first, so DeSoto Central still waiting to get their first points. The only points so far in the game, the 3 from deep 3-point range at the top of the key from Nadia Norfleet. 2 misses at the stripe there for the Jaguars, and it's back down the floor. Judon in control. Rucker for 3. That's just a touch offline to the right. Long rebound collected by the Lady Jags. It's Brianna Claiborne. Look at them trying to get into some offense. So far, it's been the Lady Wave jumping into those passing lanes, Ramon, and it's working out well for them to this point. That's the thing that can get you, though. As aggressive as this defense is, they play tenacious from end of the court to the other end, and it can shock you.
Definitely making it difficult for the nice pull-up jumper right there.
That's Janiah Fletcher, the junior guard, with the pull-up and gets them on the board. Just a 1-point lead for the Lady Wave as we are just getting started with this broadcast doubleheader. This Tuesday night, getting back in the swing of basketball season. We've got a tie-up, jump ball. Jade Rucker able to force the tie. Possession arrow will stay with the Jags. It's just been a struggle right now getting shots for DeSoto Central. That time they drive in, they'll get the lead. Just London Armstrong willing her way near the basket and putting up a good shot once she got there. Judon with no flinch as she'll miss from long range. Loose ball and a whistle going for the rebound. Looks like they'll get 12. Judon. That's her first, team second on Tupelo. So 2 fouls already on this aggressive defense, but don't expect that to change their style, Ramon. They really don't let the fouls get to them.
Yeah, that's the kind of disadvantage when you're playing so hard and aggressive on defense. A lot of times you get some tic-tac fouls, but right there with the steal and the missed layup, then Nadia following it up.
Sloppy start for the Lady Wave, but timeout on the floor. Again, all timeouts in 2024. Brought to you by Always Real Estate. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. We'll take a commercial break. This is Tupelo basketball on the Golden Wave Sports Network.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble? No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG. Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble? No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral.
All season. Happy to have you on the network tuned in as Jade Rucker forces another tie up. This time it'll go back to the Golden Wave.
Yeah, great trap by Jade and Nadia right there. Just right across that half-court line. It's kind of in no man's land. You never want to pick the ball up right there.
It's been a 4-point run for the Lady Jags. Rucker's been held quiet so far. Norfleet the only points in the game from long range. And a foul there, the first foul on the Lady Jags. They'll tag Lakeland Knight, the sophomore, with that one. Not a lot of movement right now on the offensive end for the Lady Wave. Rucker making a good move inside, but good defense. It's a one and done that time for Tupelo. That's going to be the thing, rebounding with this group. Crump's really going to have to step up in the rebounding game for the Lady Wave. Siddell got a piece, but DeSoto Central will maintain control. Three, splash from the far corner. That's Janiah Fletcher.
Yeah, good shot by Fletcher right there. Just kind of lost her in the corner.
There's a hit down in the low post as Siddell will go to the free throw line. Just couldn't get the momentum stopped and ran right into her. That was Micah Woolery getting to Siddell, and here's where Tupelo can try to draw even.
Yeah, Tupelo just showing the speed that time. So they made a three down here, and off a made basket, they was able to come down and almost have a layup for an and one. But you definitely can't sleep on the Wave.
Tupelo can't get either of those to fall. Siddell's 0 for 2 at the stripe, and after a hot potato of the basketball underneath, it'll end up going against DeSoto Central. Foul going for that ball. That's Armstrong. Her and Siddell, both number 15s, going after that basketball. And it goes the third foul on DeSoto Central. Norfleet working off a screen, wide open in the corner. She's got 6 of the 8 for Tupelo. Great shot by Norfleet. In transition, Rucker gets a piece. And it's Norfleet with the board. Siddell trying to settle things down. It's the thing, Ramon, the way that these girls move the ball down the floor with the experience on this team, they can get it going quickly as Rucker's offline. A couple of misses for Jade early in this game.
Unable to get it going so far.
Rucker trying to lead the break. And they won't even try to run her down, and she'll get an easy lay-in after the steal. 10-6, Lady Wave.
Run over.
Ball goes out, and we'll have some subs as Judon will take a breather. And in is Destiny Trice, number 2, the guard. Junior, she was a member of that team last year that made the run. Expect her to get a lot more minutes this year, and a talented player in her own right.
Absolutely, yeah. Destiny came in and played some big-time ball last year off the bench to her. This year, like you said, expecting her to get a lot more playing time. She had some experience last year to come in and make an impact off the bench.
Passing crisp early, and Nadia just offline from 3. Tried to go back and get her own board, couldn't quite get there. Veteran move there not to give up the foul, trying to get her own rebound. And it's back to DeSoto Central in control after this run for the Lady Wave. Another takeaway. And that's going to be what teams have to get used to. 15 taking the ball down on the other end for a layup.
You cannot make any mistakes around her with the ball. She'll make you pay. I almost had another one just then.
She just seems to always be around the basketball. and as good an off-ball defender as you'll see.
Absolutely. She has a great nose for the ball and kind of can tell where it's going and anticipating.
Trice a little bit too aggressive there along the sideline. They'll get her with the push out of bounds as they tried to trap against the sideline right in front of Coach Justice. He won't be mad about that, though. Be as aggressive as you can. Go into the low post, tip by Crump, and a takeaway for Trice. And they can throw it ahead to the two-headed monster that is Norfleet and Rucker, and Norfleet feeds it off to her fellow senior, and Rucker's on the board.
Yeah, defense turned into offense right there. I like it.
Been a run and a half for the Lady Wave. Trailed 4-3. 10-2 since that point. Underneath. And a whistle and a foul. And that's how you can start to stymie things. This run, Tupelo in transition like they have been. One, you got to get it past half court, not let them get out in the break. But two, get underneath the basket and get some fouls.
Absolutely. So when DeSoto Central has got the ball up past half court, they done very well at getting the ball to the goal or knocking down some open jump shots. But they just been having a lot of trouble against this press.
It's been the turnovers, as you said, that's led to the easy baskets for the Lady Wave, and you'll just take those. It's like Halloween all over again. Miss there at the line, and they've certainly not cashed in from the free throw stripe either tonight. And now another takeaway, this time from the Jags. And you're used to seeing early season sloppiness, and that can happen with any team, even a team that's coming off a state championship. Cabria Garth is into the game for the Lady Wave. She's in for Bailey Siddell. 14-6 Lady Wave out in front with just over 60 seconds to go in this first. Been a mixed bag, Ramon. Nadia Norfleet has led the way with a pair of threes. And Siddell sparking some offense in transition. Norfleet, little pull-up, won't go, but she'll get her own board and try one off the backboard. It won't go, and Tupelo just winning the boards right now. Three in the corner, Rucker.
That was 3 offensive rebounds right there. You give them too many chances, they'll make you pay.
And 3 points to pay it off. 30 seconds left in the first. Big three there for Tupelo to extend this lead. Back to 11. Throwing some haymakers early, especially from beyond the arc. And what they've gotten inside, Ramon, has been in transition. Pretty much gimme layups, and there Norfleet will come away with a steal. And
another one.
Get another chance here. Rucker lowers her shoulder and gets into the paint. Blocking foul. It's going to be Jasmine Coulter, the junior guard. Great take there. That's the one thing about Jade. She is not afraid to go inside and draw that contact. And she'll always be one of the taller players on the floor, Ramon, but she's not really the prototypical tallest player on the floor, right? She's not the biggest player, but not afraid of the contact. Takeaway, and DeSoto Central, I don't think, will get the basket off, and they don't. The layup was not out of the hand of London Armstrong. That's a missed opportunity on what would have been a free 2 points for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she realized how much time, but she just kind of took an extra step in the dribble before she tried to get the shot off.
And with that, the Lady Wave up by 11. We'll take a break. This is Tupelo basketball on the Golden Wave Sports Network.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Point lead for the Lady Wave through a quarter, and Ramon, that was nice to see, right? Getting out in transition, getting the easy baskets when they could.
Yeah, we had a couple turnovers, but like I said, most of our offense came from our defense, which is great. We got some steals and forced them to turn the ball over and then get out in transition before the defense can get set up.
Norfleet led the way. She had 8. Rucker just behind her with 7, and Siddell had the 2 points. for the Lady Wave. Steals, Nadia and Siddell each with 2 apiece. Thanks to Jeffrey Newell for doing our live stats. Very handy to have up here in the booth. Good drive inside and a finish for Armstrong. 17-8. Trice open 3-corner. Oh, hit the back iron and rattled out, and a big rebound coming in for Woolery.
She'd like to have that one back wide open. You got to knock that down. Great hustle.
Doing a great job stopping that transition as it goes out off of Tupelo right in front of Coach Justice and his assistant coaches. Pashonda Edwards and Kamaya Carruthers. 17-8, Lady Wave controlling this game in the early going. Crump is in along with Trice, Siddell, Norfleet. There's Siddell with her 3rd steal, and Cabria Garth. As Trice runs it down in the corner, turns around, just pops a 3, misses short, and Siddell gets the board. Nadia will reset.
Thought about the 3. Backed it out, layup.
Wanted to go with the scoop shot there on the drive to with the right hand and couldn't get it to go, was denied. Another takeaway by Siddell, but she lost her balance at half court and back to DeSoto. Thing about it, she just gets up and goes right back after Ramon. She does not show any signs of stopping. Inside, they'll say no shot prior to the shot, a whistle.
That motor just keeps running.
They'll get a baseline inbound coming. Barbles is in for Norfleet, so Reese Barbles gets a steal right away. They try to go up top to her. Drive by Trice. Nice bounce pass to Garth, but a good
better defense
reaction there by the defense. Barbles 3, just short. I think it got tipped by Knight. Tipped and out of bounds off of the Jags. So 17-8. Lady Wave out in front.
They tried to get it inside to Woolley right there, but I don't think she was ready for it. Just went right through her hands.
Fletcher and Armstrong have provided all the points for Central with 4 apiece. Get Rucker had the ball lost and ended up with it. Gets it back out. Trice, right wing. Airballed that one just short of the rim.
I kind of rushed that one. Thought she had another second to set her feet and get her hands right.
Tupelo in this rotation is using a lot of younger players. Barbles out there along with Trice and Garth, along with 2 veterans with Siddell and Rucker.
Almost another steal there.
Go inside, lost the basketball, and then Rucker denied the shot of Lillian Smith. Just smacked it out of bounds toward that baseline. So baseline inbound coming. Seems like the Lady Jacks starting to settle in a little bit more. But as I say that, another takeaway by Siddell. She's at least got a handful. 5 now in this game. Left wing, Rucker just not hitting from deep.
Having some open shots, but just haven't been able to knock them down just yet.
Certainly on these rebounds that are coming out for Tupelo, the defense is way inside. There's a nice pass to the cutting Trice, but she can't handle it. Getting sloppy with it. It will go out right in front of that DeSoto Central bench and Coach Johnson.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of threes, so we've been having a lot of long rebounds. We've been able to run them down and keep us.
I feel like a lot of this, Ramon, is just trying to survive the run early for Tupelo, and it seems that they have done that, but you've got to start mustering some things on the offensive end yourself.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to get anything going. Like I said, we've been forcing a lot of steals by the defense. Force another one right there. Great ball pressure by Reese Barbles.
17-8, back to the Lady Wave. They'll inbound it right in front of that Tupelo bench. Trice will trigger it. And Barbles brings it up the floor. Jump shot off the screen. Didn't really seem all that comfortable taking that shot, and a jump ball gives it right back to the Lady Wave. Just seems like they're winning all these 50-50 balls right now, Ramon, and that's been the case for them over the last couple of years on this run that they've been on with Coach Justice.
Yeah, just been able to beat everybody to the ball just a step quicker.
And a great rebound there by Garth. She's rewarded, though. Her toe goes out of bounds, so won't be rewarded with pulling that thing away. Back to the Lady Jags with 4.5 to go in this first half. Again, we'll have the boys varsity matchup coming up after this girls game concludes. And a whistle foul on Barbles out near this near sideline closest to us.
Yeah, just let her get out the trap right there. So you always want to come over and try to put your foot on the baseline to try to keep that player from going by you. Easier said than done, though.
17-8. Barbles working through a screen, trying to get out there on the ball as this is Fletcher. Need to get one of those NBA trackers, just like a fitness tracker on Sedale, and see how many steps she takes compared to everyone else. As Trice will lead the break, tosses it
transition.
Back. And Barbles felt good about that release, but came up just short. And Sedale tried to jump in on that pass and gets the foul. And that's one you don't want to see. And Coach Justice on the sideline not happy at all with that foul on one of his toughest defensive players, but you can't get them that far in that position. But that sort of comes with the territory, right, Ramon? If you're going to have somebody flying around for the basketball, sometimes you're going to have fouls like that.
Yeah, you're going to give up 1 or 2 fouls. She's just so aggressive and always attacking the ball. And sometimes she get a little of the hand.
Great
for the
ball movement for the Lady Wave. Trice just a bit off on the layup. Inside, another lost ball off of the Jags. Mistakes aplenty for DeSoto Central.
She had the right idea, but just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Tupelo shooting just 29% from the floor, but they've attempted 14 threes, none so far for DeSoto Central, 10 inside the arc to just 6. So 24 shots to 6 put up, Ramon, and those numbers don't bode well for the visitors.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get ahead if you can't even put shots up, you know, and get any attempts at the goal. Another turnover.
We've seen that. We've done a JUCO game already this year.
Yes.
Where one team had an exorbitant amount of shots taken to the other.
Yes. Usually don't work out if you don't get many shot attempts.
Nadia off a screen. Been quiet in this quarter as she's rested. Time Rucker, it's tossed off of her. Good wherewithal there by Lakeland Knight. Judon back in and a break for Cabria Garth. And also newly entered.
We haven't been able to get many threes to fall. I wouldn't mind us going to the basket, try to get some easy layups, and then work our way back out.
Ball loose on the floor, and Tupelo comes away with it. Transition layup paid off there by Trinity Judon.
I think we dribbled the ball one time and got it down the court for the layup. So good in transition.
London Walker there led that break. Bailey Sedale again.
Another steal and layup. Double team in the backcourt. Timeout by DeSoto.
Got timeout DeSoto Central. We'll take a quick break and rejoin you after this. This is Golden Wave Basketball on the Golden Wave Sports Network.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's a look at Tupelo head coach Matt Justice, and what a 14 years it's been for him, coming off a state champion. Finally was able to get the thing he's been chasing, Ramon. And what's impressive is when you look at his stats for his career, 294 and 99 entering tonight's game. Coach Matt Justice is, again, it was so fun to see him kind of let loose after winning that state championship. He's a fairly reserved guy, but he never let go of that trophy. There's a couple of hours back up the road, he gets off the bus, has the shirt untucked, and he's just hugging that trophy all night long once he got it. And just an incredible job that he's done here at Tupelo High School.
Absolutely, just all the hard work, all the practices, and been able to finally get that championship after, what, 14 years?
You're right, yeah, 14 years.
Definitely that much sweeter.
Or I guess his 13th year, so it was a lucky number 13 for Coach Justice. And why not do it again? He had so much fun last year. Let's do it one more time.
One more time.
Nadia Norfleet certainly has the team to do it. Norfleet and Rucker to lead the way, and then a great cast around, and Rucker creating space underneath, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line for an and one attempt.
Nice strong move right there. Not shying away from the contact, forcing the referees to make a call. Maybe they can knock down the free throw for the three-point conversion. Tupelo right back into the press.
24-8 Lady Wave with a minute 20, and there's just a straight steal from Judon. Nice wraparound bounce pass to Norfleet, and that'll get Nadia Norfleet.
Might have got away with a double dribble right there.
Double digits for Nadia Norfleet. Ramon says double dribble. I say double digits. We'll take it.
Again, they're looking to trap right here on the baseline.
Drive inside, pull up, won't go. Judon battling for the board, keeps it alive, and DeSoto Central throws it out of bounds. Was it tipped? And it was tipped off of Tupelo. It'll stay down here with the Lady Jags. And Ramon, this has been a Tupelo team so far, other than the game against Boonville, they really haven't been challenged.
Yeah, it's definitely different from last year. I think we played like some championship teams in the early year, and we started maybe like 0-2, 0-3 our first games.
Yeah, it started off rough, taking on some state champions from other states, and ended up paying off. And we talk about it a lot in football, being in 2-7A, a very tough division. We're pretty well battle tested by the time we get to the playoffs, and you wonder how much that had to do with what we did last year. You know, that team that won the state championship, would they end up finishing 20-10? It wasn't a 20, what was it? I think 24-3 is what Germantown was. So sometimes it's not about the record, though. It's about how you're challenged and what situations you put yourselves in. And Coach Justice was very happy with the way his schedule kind of built the run that they ended up going on, because you learn a lot about yourself in those times of adversity.
Yeah, if you can get some of those tough games throughout the season, and see how players react, and that way give them a chance for you to be able to coach them up and make any kind of adjustments when you see fit.
Tupelo trying to push after another takeaway, bounce underneath. Had a lot of contact there, but a layup by London Walker gets Tupelo up by an even 20 as we'll head into the break. The Lady Wave on an absolute tear in that quarter. They outscored the Lady Jags 11-2 in quarter number 2, and they lead 28-8. We'll be back. We'll get you some stats from this first half and try to get the table set for the boys varsity game, which will come up after this one. But through a half here, it's the Lady Wave all over the Jags, 28-8. We'll be back after this 3-minute break. This is Golden Wave basketball presented by Specialty Orthopedic Group.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble. No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it. He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble? No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble? No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble? No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble? No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble? No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it.
Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. Dylan Hutton alongside Ramon Gary, and it's all Lady Wave through a half against DeSoto Central as Tupelo tries to get to 5-0 on the young season. DeSoto is entering at 2-4 and well on their way at this point to a 2-5 start to their year. And mine has just been a game where the Lady Wave have created off of turnovers and made several threes along the way. They've only made the 3 threes, but whenever you look at their 2-point attempts, they're 9 for 18, 50% from inside the 3-point line.
Yeah, like I said, Tupelo just been totally dominating on defensive end, forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's really how we've been able to get out and build this lead when they would get some turnovers and transitioning would turn into some layups.
Leaders for the Lady Wave, Nadia Norfleet and Jade Rucker, each in double digits with 10 apiece. Bailey Siddell had 4. And then Jediah Fletcher and London Armstrong with 4 each for DeSoto Central. That's where things stand as we get started in the second half. And it's back to that original starting 5 for the Lady Wave.
It's like the Wave starting out in a 2-3 zone, kind of mixing it up here. Maybe trying to reserve some of those fouls.
Takeaway, Judon. That one's a deflating kind of turnover just out along the perimeter. Norfleet, little fadeaway, splashes the bottom of the net. She's at a dozen.
Nice.
The game of Nadia Norfleet, from what we've seen the last 2 years, has been incredible to see the change and the confidence that she's had. She's always been around basketball, right? She plays basically year-round, but just the confidence that we've seen from her over the last couple of years and the growth has been incredible.
Yeah, she's definitely been putting in the work, and like you said, you can see it translate onto the court every time she gets out in each game that she does.
Kind of player, too, that always seems in control, even when adversity is hitting the Lady Wave. It just seems that Nadia always got her feet under her and just trying to keep playing the game, letting the game come to her.
Yeah, she doesn't get rattled very easy. You know, she might take a hard foul, may make a turnover, but she's right back at it.
I think about, too, with her, it just seems like she's having fun.
Absolutely.
While playing. You see a lot of good players sometimes don't seem like they're having fun. That block by Rucker, a lot of fun, and she'll lead the break.
Nice pass. Oh, can't finish the layup.
She got pushed back toward the basket up underneath, and a little slow to get up is Rucker. They'll get the foul on 20. That's Micah Woolery, but the attention now on Jade Rucker, and they'll get a quick baseline inbound, and nobody back there for Judon, and she'll take that one just like warm-ups.
Yeah, just not sure if they wasn't ready or what.
32-8, Lady Wave.
Almost another steal.
Drive and a whistle with the foul.
There's one of those fouls where she can't help it. When you see the ball, she got to go for it.
Got to give it a go. That'll be free throws coming for London Armstrong. So Armstrong to the line, going through her routine. Makes the first. Vermont, big week on campus. Have big game coming up on Friday. Tupelo football. Coach Ty Harden's squad 11-0, getting ready to take on the number 3 seed bitter rival Starkville here on the blue turf. Going to be a fun night. Winner goes to North Half. 3, Nadia Norfleet. Give her 15 points on the night.
With the step back, just right over the top, made it look easy.
So it gets Nadia to 15, 35-9. Pass it down along the baseline. It's out off of Tupelo.
Yeah, I can't remember a time the Tupelo football team has been 11-0. Then facing the big rivalry, Starkville, trying to keep it going. The road to the championship.
I guess the last team from 1-7A that Tupelo took on here in the Dome was Oxford in the first round of the state tournament last year, and that was a thrashing for the Lady Wave as they whipped Oxford up and down the floor on their way to, of course, their first state title since 01. Rucker there puts it up and in, 37-9. And a whistle and a turnover on that inbound.
See if they can score off the inbound play again. Miss Norfleet in the corner.
Had Norfleet wide open. She'll end up running down a pass out beyond the three-point line. And Tupelo will reset. Games like this remind you just got to work on your skills because this one's over and done with. But don't tell Nadia Norfleet. She'll knock down another 3. She's at 18 points. We're not even through 3 quarters.
Yes, so she missed a few of them in the first half, but it looked like this second half she got it going.
Out of bounds off of Tupelo. We'll say Judon there was the last to touch. Well, I saw Nadia in the hallway at school today and asked her how many points. She said 20. Well, she's 2 away from that. Drive inside, a lot of contact, but you're just not going to get those calls when you're down like DeSoto Central is.
Good pass through 2 defenders.
How about that? And Judon. She has 4.
Great pass, not just throwing it to her, but throwing it out in ahead of her and letting her run to it for the easy layup.
Thing about this team too, Ramon, even with all the success that they've had, there's a quiet confidence with them. They're not a in-your-face, boisterous kind of team. They get out here and very much like their head coach, they take care of business and they celebrate in the locker room.
Right, just let their game do the talking. And I like their team play. You know, you have some great players, but it don't seem like they, you know, kind of go at each other or trying to compete. I love the way they play together and help each other out.
Judon with another lay-in. She's up to 8 points. Drive inside. No, looks like Rucker affected that shot down in the low post. And another miss by this much maligned offense of the Jags. Still have yet to crack double digits. Off balance shot by Norfleet there to get the board was Crump with the good box out, and we get a whistle and a foul. Looks like reaching over the back there. They get Woolery. That's her 3rd. She'll take a seat, and in comes Paris Hooper. Hooper, a great last name for a basketball player.
I like that, Hooper. She was born to do this. Oh, great move.
Rucker spun, got to the rim, but couldn't finish. And she's getting some good looks, just not hitting. I'll say that, and she's second on the team in points tonight with 12. That's the thing, even on an off night, Rucker can still get you 17 points.
Yeah, double digits. Seems like it's a quiet 12.
Drives inside and gets it to go, but it looks like they'll call that prior to the shot. Actually,
count the basket.
Count it.
No.
No.
I guess he was pointing to the baseline. He pointed, but I thought he was saying count the basket.
I got to get back in basketball mode. I was trying to look through the ref and forgot we have this monitor right in front of us. 3-pointer, Norfleet again.
She's hit like 3 in a row.
On fire is Norfleet. Gets her 21. Ramon, this Jaguar squad has only scored 3 points since the end of the first quarter.
Nadia's a lady of her word. She said she's going to get you 20. She did you one better.
Yeah, she might add to it. Plenty of time to do it. Rucker making it look easy on that turnaround, just missed it short. That's the thing about her, even when she's guarded, she can hit that shot.
And she has some height advantage tonight and able to shoot right over the top of the defender.
Apprehensive there, didn't take the shot attempt, and Knight dribbled it into a crowd and ends up getting it taken away. Physical there on the tie-up, and it's back to the Lady Wave. With the lead being what it is, the clock already running, and reminds you of last week, the playoff game against Lewisburg. Tupelo with a blowout victory in the first round of the 7A playoffs on the football side of things. Trying to push in transition and a takeaway. See if they can pay it off.
Armstrong with a great drive. And a board. Just can't get it to go.
It's been the story of the night for DeSoto Central.
Can she do 5 in a row? She thought about it.
The 3-point contest going on just with Nadia Norfleet. Rucker again just spins out.
Here it goes.
Norfleet off the rebound, and that'll break the streak.
We call that a heat check.
Drive inside, Norfleet stopping the shot attempt. We'll get the foul called on her, as that will end the quarter. She'll get free throws here to end the quarter. Norfleet breaking up that drive, and it'll end up allowing Knight to go to the line. As Tupelo leads 47-9 at the end of the third. Now make it 47-10. Second one misses, so 47-10. We'll take a commercial break. Get back for the final quarter as it's all Lady Wave on this Tuesday night inside the Dome. This is Tupelo basketball on the Golden Wave Sports Network.
Sports injury, joint pain, spine issue, hand or foot trouble. No matter where you are, Specialty Orthopedic Group has you covered. No referral is needed to schedule an appointment with one of SOG's fellowship-trained, subspecialized surgeons, and walk-ins are welcome for urgent orthopedic-related injuries. Choose a specialist. Choose SOG.
Second or less.
All right.
30 or less. Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. Dylan Hutton alongside Ramon Gary. And as you can see from the score, it's all Tupelo here on this Tuesday night. We're glad to have you on and hope you rejoin us for the boys varsity game. We'll have coverage of that starting shortly after this one goes final, but an opportunity, Ramon, with this lead being what it is, to get some key minutes for some of these younger players for the Lady Wave.
Yeah, I think that's key when you get up ahead like that, to get those, like you said, some of those younger players in and give them some playing time. It's different from practice and actually being on the court in a real game.
Barble's three didn't hit, and she'll end up picking up the foul just short of half court. It's Trice on the floor with Barbles, Kinsley Sparrow, London Walker, and Cabria Garth. That's the five on the floor for the Lady Wave. Jalea Shaw has the basketball for DeSoto Central, whips it over to Jasmine Coulter, and a takeaway. Transition opportunity for Walker. She'll dump it underneath the Sparrow. Sparrow's spinning layup won't go. Back out to Barble. Around to Trice. Trice for three. Just left and short. 47-10 with this running clock in the fourth. 21-point night for Nadia Norfleet. Rucker has led the way in rebounds with 5. Nadia had 3 assists. Steals led by Siddell. Number seems low at 4. 7 assists for the Lady Wave, none tonight for DeSoto Central as they trail 47-10. Here's the stat, Ramon. Shot attempts 55-19 in favor of the Lady Wave.
Wow.
20 makes from the floor, just 4 makes for DeSoto Central. Lady Wave haven't shot all that well, though. 36%, 21% for the visitors from DeSoto Central.
Yeah, hadn't shot it well, but the difference in shot attempts makes a huge difference.
19 attempts from 2 for DeSoto Central, only 4 makes. That's a testament to how well Tupelo's played on the interior. Three-pointer rattles home for Barbles.
Finally gets one to go.
50-piece for the Lady Wave. Missed short and a one and done. Walker has it. She'll control the offense. Was off balance, dipped it to Trice. Barbles again, left her open. She'll miss off the front iron. Hard contact here around half court, and looks like they'll get 5 again. That's Reese Barbles on the foul. That should be her 3rd, and it is.
So can we play defense without fouling? Just try to keep the person in front of you. Get a hand up, box out. Let's go to the other end.
Just 4 points in the last 2 quarters for DeSoto Central after scoring 6 in the first. Been that kind of night. This game's going to end quickly with that clock running. Lady Wave with the basketball for the moment, but it's taken away, and Trice going for the loose ball. Bowled over Lillian Smith with no whistle. To add insult to injury there, the basketball will stay with the Lady Wave.
Yes. That's the way it's been bouncing tonight.
Barbles no look inside to Walker. Back out. Three-pointer Sparrow just off line there, trying it from the far side. A lopsided lead for the home team. put on a show, especially from three-point range with Nadia Norfleet. Basket inside, nice find there to get it to Hooper, Paris Hooper. Deep three. And Tupelo somehow comes out with the basketball. Garth can't hit on the putback. Bones gets the rebound, and it's controlled by the Jags.
Don't foul.
Try to trap right in front of us and just out of bounds as they swarm to that basketball with Sparrow. Blocks in the game, 5-3 in favor of the Lady Wave. Points off turnovers, Ramon, 30-0.
30-0.
30-0.
Where's that at? Gotcha.
Again, we're trying out our new stat system. We are appreciative of Jeffrey Newell. He built all of this, Ramon. And you can actually view it publicly as well. Go to linktr.ee/Tupelo Athletics. Go down to the tab that says Basketball Live Stats. And for every home game this year, you'll be able to keep up with the Lady Wave and the Golden Wave boys varsity teams. He even tested it out on the JV, and it worked out perfectly.
It's definitely better than I think I had my little sheet last year trying to keep up with it.
Better than you over here trying to etch out 2 or 3 points at a time, right?
Absolutely.
Three-pointer short there from Trice, and she'll end up fouling going after that basketball. Rebounding game, offensive boards 13-2 in favor of Tupelo. Defensive boards are in favor of the visitors, 15-11, but overall it's 24-17 in favor of the Lady Wave. 20-3 in the steal count. Just some of the numbers that make this game what it is at 50-12.
Offensive rebounds 13-2 for the Wave.
Yep, and that's leading directly to points most of the time for Tupelo. We know it led to 3 early. They had a couple of offensive boards in a possession, kicked it out to Jade Rucker, and she made them pay. Just around 80 seconds left in this basketball game, and we get a whistle and I believe a free throw line violation, so the shot attempt is void. And Tupelo will control the basketball as this game comes to a close. Drive inside, Trice. And a foul call on Coulter, I believe. Actually, they'll get 12 with it. That's Lillian Smith.
Trice with the hard drive, but still not giving up anything easy on the inside.
When you look ahead, Ramon, Tupelo on the 25th will have Choctaw Central on the road, then head to Boonville for a second matchup with the Blue Devils.
Rematch.
14-point win for Tupelo a couple weeks ago. Whistle, jump ball, and they'll keep it with DeSoto Central with about 40 seconds left. So a couple of road games, Choctaw Central and Boonville, before they're back on the 6th against Pontotoc here at home. That's the first one that we'll certainly be back for to broadcast, but hopefully can get out on the road and do some games as we get this season on the road. Now off and rolling. How about that takeaway from Barbles? Trice can't hit. Walker can't either, and Tupelo will end up getting the foul underneath the basket on Walker.
Even though we up, we missed a lot of layups tonight.
Certainly have, and with that clock running, they'll come down here and shoot free throws if they can get them done in time. Looks like they're going to let this clock go ahead and wind on down. And it will. They're going to let her go ahead and shoot the free throw, as this will be Azion Bones for 2. Misses the first. Just a matter of if this game is going to be 51-12 or 51-13. And it's going to be 12 because she misses both. And it's the Lady Wave of Tupelo that get off to a 5-0 start. Quick work tonight of the Jaguars of DeSoto Central. And Ramon, there really wasn't much to say. We went through most of the stats there. Just domination from this Lady Wave team.
Yeah, just the defense just unmatched by DeSoto Central. Like I said, able to force how many turnovers? 32 turnovers. Man, that's a lot of turnovers. It's definitely hard to win if you got 32 turnovers. Like you said, a lot of those turned into a lot of easy layups, and we'll put them up 51-12 for the final score.
Yeah, 6 points in the first for DeSoto, and that was the most that they would have. They scored 2 in each quarter after that, and for the Lady Wave, they scored 17 in the first, 11 in the second, led 28-8 at halftime, scored 19 in the third, 4 in the fourth to come away with a 51-12 victory. Nadia Norfleet led the way with all scorers with 21 points, rebounds. Jade Rucker with 5. Micah Woolery had 5 for DeSoto Central, who was led in scoring by London Armstrong. So all Lady Wave on this Tuesday night, and Ramon, it'll get more challenging for them for sure, but a lot to build off of tonight. As you said, the missed layups can be something that Coach Justice can find to try to work on with his team.
Yeah, definitely. As we get into conference play, as we get closer to the playoffs, the competition is going to step up. But you want to start playing well early in the season. You don't want to try to, correct things later on. You want to go ahead and fix some of those things early in the season.
Another key stat for the Lady Wave, they made 7 threes. Nadia made 5 of them, Ramon, on just 9 attempts. She was 55% from three-point range on her own. So just a great game for her, and great game for these Lady Wave as they end up victorious over the Jags, 51-12. We will take a break. We'll rejoin you for the boys varsity matchup as they'll get set to take on the Jaguars of DeSoto Central. We'll be back after this quick break. We'll refresh the stream, so we'll end this stream and start a new one right after this. From Dylan Hunt and Ramon Gary, Sam Laney, Yahir Hernandez up there on our tight camera, and Amari Tucker on our game cam. Appreciate you, everybody on our sports comm class. They got the work done today. Appreciate them. And Dylan Hunt and Ramon will be back in about 6 minutes for boys varsity action.